Good morning, everyone. In the last classes, we discussed about static relays. On the previous classes, we discussed about electromechanical relays, electromagnetic relays. So many types of relays we are discussing in first unit, power system protection. As the power system growth rate is increased, complexity also will increases. If 2 transformers are there in one substation, we can easily control. If 5 transformers, 10 transformers are there in a substation, it is very difficult to control. The complexity of relaying will be difficult. The increased growth rate of power system and size and complexity has brought about a need for fast and reliable relays to protect major equipment and to maintain system stability also. That means if any number of controllers are there, then it is very difficult to where the fault occurs. A microprocessor relay can control number of transformers, number of generators at a time. If any fault occur in one generator 1 fault appears, it will intimate us. The conventional protect relays, either static relays or electromechanical relays we are using. There are several advantages and disadvantages for the static relay, and conventional relays, those are electromechanical relays. Now, to control all the electrical apparatus with the microprocessor relay, one microprocessor based relay, entire power system in one substation or in power generation plant also, we can use one microprocessor based relay that can brought to control the number of several generators, several transformers, several feeders, several transmission lines by the use of one microprocessor based relay. Let us go for microprocessor based relay, protective relays. The advantages, disadvantages, how they are working, what are the block diagrams, how they will implement by the use of CT and PT also, again those will work. Because CT and PT everywhere it should be there. The detection of fault current will be done by CT. That is very important. Let us go for microprocessor based protective relays. The microprocessor based relays uses computer, the concept of digital protection employing for computers, which shows the providing improved performance has been evolved during the past 2 decades. The computer we are using, the microprocessor utilizes computer type. If you go for any mission, entire mission also nowadays controlling by computer, the digital protection. Suppose if the mission is like this, assume that not only generators and transformers, not only for generators and transformers, if the mission is around, say it is a very large mission, there are number of controllers, continuously they are operating, one mission has number of controls. Where the fault occur, it is very difficult if you use a single relay for every equipment, every apparatus. Entire thing will be connected to one computer through data cables, where the fault appear, which part of the mission it gets disturbed. By the use of data cables they will connect entire CPU process, it will give the signal, some so and so part gets affected, that will be intimated by microprocessor based protective relays. That is, digital computers can easily fulfill the protection of requirements of modern power system without any difficulties. ఓల్డెన్ డేస్లో మిషన్స్ ఎక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చిందంటే చెక్ చేయడం, దాన్ని రిపేర్ చేయడం, అన్నీ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం, ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ ఐడెంటిఫైయింగ్ ద ప్రాబ్లం అండ్ కరెక్టింగ్ ద ప్రాబ్లం. ఇట్ టేక్స్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్. But nowadays the computers, with the evolvement of computers in 1970 onwards, the missions are protected with the computer technology, that is digital relays, digital protection systems we are using from the year 1970 onwards. ఈ మైక్రోప్రాసెసర్ రిలేస్ అడ్వాంటేజెస్ చూస్తే, వాట్ ఆర్ ద అడ్వాంటేజెస్ ఆఫ్ మైక్రోప్రాసెసర్ బేస్డ్ రిలేస్? Advantages, there are a lot of advantages, but disadvantages are costly. It is the main features of microprocessor based relay are compactness. One of the compact, it is, seems to be very simple and compact, and flexibility. Second one is flexibility. The advantages of this flexibility in the sense, you can easily operate by the use of computer, where it is fast occur, improved performance also improved, Third one is improved performance. Improved performance. A number of desired relaying characteristics such as overcurrent, directional, impedance, reactance, more relays, etc. can be obtained using same interface. Same interface by the use of one computer, one digital microprocessor, we can obtain different type of relays, overcurrent relays, reactance relays, impedance relays. By the use of same interface we can obtain, but the programming will be changes. Microprocessor based protective relays we are going to discuss, that is advantages are compact in size, flexibility, improved performance. The another advantage is the flexibility superior than conventional relays. Flexibility is more and superior than conventional relays. Those are superior than conventional relays. Conventional relays in the sense static relays and electromagnetic relays. Superior than electromagnetic relays. These are the faster operation and easily we can identify the fault by the use of microprocessor based relays. Let us go for microprocessor based overcurrent relay. Microprocessor based overcurrent relay. You know that what is overcurrent relay? An overcurrent relay is a protective relay which operates when current exceeds in certain predetermined value. When current exceeds predetermined value, then only the overcurrent relay will work. When current exceeds predetermined value, suppose if that it is at 100 amps, below that 100 amps the relay will not operate. If more than 100 amps it will operate. That is the pickup value. Pickup value will be considered for overcurrent relays. Then overcurrent relay, microprocessor based overcurrent relay, how it works, let us go for that. Using multiplexer, microprocessor can sense the fault current of number of circuits. Fault current can be sensed by the use of CT normally CT నే ఉపయోగిస్తారు fault current sense చేయడానికి. To sense the fault current we are using CT. The microprocessor can sense fault current by the number of circuits are there. Suppose the number of circuits are there. For all number of circuits, the microprocessor can sense the fault current by using multiplexer. Number of multiplexer. A multiplexer must have number of inputs, one output. Where the fault occur, in any circuit, if any fault occur, the microprocessor can sense the fault and give the signal to circuit breaker. Or it can intimate for us also. By the use of computer, we can know. We are able to know what is the fault, where the fault, what type of fault it is. If the fault current in any circuits exceeds, suppose if it is a circuit connected to CT, if the fault current exceeds more than pickup value, the microprocessor sends a tripping signal to circuit breaker of the faulty circuit. Let us see what is the block diagram of microprocessor based overcurrent relay. Microprocessor based overcurrent relay. The microprocessor based overcurrent relay. In overcurrent relay, whatever current we are measuring, if any fault occur, the current is fed to CT. The current flows through CT. You know that the principle of relay. The CT plays important role in overcurrent relay. It is CT1. Assume that CT. It can control so many circuits at a time. Assume that it is the fault current or current I1 is fed to CT. After that, what we have is I to V converter. The output of CT is current. The current can be converted to I to V converter. I to V voltage, current to voltage converter. I to V converter we are using. I to V converter. The current will be converted to voltage by the use of I to V converter. After that it is in the form of AC. but microprocessor multiplexer all will understand only DC. It is a rectifier we are using. Here the rectifier. After that we are connecting to multiplexer. The multiplexer having so many inputs, not only CT1, it is CT1 only. Similar to that, another CT2 is connected to again I to V converter. After that rectifier. After that it is connected to multiplexer having terminals S1 and S2, or the so many input lines S2, and so on. We can connect CT3 or CTN. Number of CTs are connected to one microprocessor I to V converter. Similarly, I to V converter we can connect. After that we are connecting a rectifier. It is also rectifier. The bridge rectifier we can use, or rectifiers. After that it is connected to SN. It is CTN. The number of current transformers are connected to one microprocessor based relay. It is a multiplexer. AM3705 we can use. AM3705. Let us see the diagram. After that multiplexer we are connecting analog to digital converter. After that microprocessor 8085 microprocessor kit we are using. Port C, port B, port A, number of ports are there. You studied microprocessor in microcontroller subject. 8085A microprocessor we are using. Analog to digital converter. After that we are connecting. Let us see the block diagram clearly. The block diagram of microprocessor based overcurrent relay you can see clearly in this diagram. The CT is fed to a current will be flows through current transformer. These are also known as instrument transformers. You studied it. Using multiplexer and microprocessor we are developing microprocessor based relays. If fault current in any circuits exceeds the pickup value, the microprocessor sends a trip signal to circuit breaker. That is the purpose of trip signal to circuit breaker. As the microprocessor accepts so many signals, accept the signals that is in voltage form. The current signal derived from the current transformer. Is converted into proportional voltage. Whatever be the fault current, proportional to that voltage will be converted. That means the output of I to V converter is voltage. The OSC voltage proportional to load current is converted into DC voltage by using precision rectifier. By using rectifiers we are converting that converted to VDC or IDC. VDC will be it. AC voltage proportional to load current is converted, but what we can say that it is IDC. IDC, why we are saying proportional to this current the voltage is converted. This represents this IDC. Actually rectifier output voltage is VDC, but what we are getting VDC is proportional to the current, hence we can say that output of rectifier is IDC. The microprocessor accepts DC voltage proportional to load current. The block diagram of the relay for entire overcurrent relay, it is a overcurrent relay, microprocessor based overcurrent relay. It is a overcurrent relay. The block diagram. The output of rectifier is fed to where multiplexer. The microcomputer sends the microcomputer. It is a microprocessor. It is a microcomputer sends ఈ మైక్రోప్రాసెసర్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే మల్టీప్లెక్సర్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఛానల్స్ని కంటిన్యూగా రీడ్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటుంది. ద మైక్రోకంప్యూటర్ సెండ్స్ ఏ కమాండ్ టు స్విచ్ ఆన్ ద డిజైర్డ్ ఛానల్ ఆఫ్ ద మల్టీప్లెక్సర్. The channel of the multiplexer, desired channel. These are the channel lines, channel select lines. Every multiplexer have number of select lines. We know that yes, C1, C2, C3 or select lines, select channels. PC1, PC2, PC3, that is port C we are using in microprocessor. The microcomputer sends a command to switch on the desired channel of the multiplexer to obtain the rectifier voltage output in particular circuit. The output of multiplexer is fed to output is one output of multiplexer is fed to analog to digital converter. To obtain the signal in digital format. To obtain the signal in digital format, we connected analog to digital converter. The analog to digital converter ADC 800 we are using has been used for this purpose. The microcomputer sends a signal to ADC also. The microcomputer sends a signal to microcomputer in the sense microprocessor sends a signal to ADC for starting the conversion. For starting the conversion, the microprocessor has a frequency level. So many channels are at a time, it won't work. Again, S1, S2, S3, up to, and so on. Continuously, it will check the fault current or not. We are giving the program more than 20 amps or 30 amps. If we reach to this particular channel, then if you program like that, then particular circuit breaker will trip. ఓకే, ఈ మైక్రోప్రాసెసర్ సెండ్ చేస్తుంది కదా అనలాగ్ టు డిజిటల్ కన్వర్టర్లో కన్వర్షన్ కోసం. అట్ ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ కన్వర్షన్ అనలాగ్ టు డిజిటల్ కన్వర్టర్ టు ఎగ్జామిన్ వెదర్ ద కన్వర్షన్ ఈజ్ ఓవర్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఇది ఎగ్జామిన్ చేస్తుంది కన్వర్షన్ ఈజ్ ఓవర్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఇఫ్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ కన్వర్షన్ యాజ్ సూన్ యాజ్ ద కన్వర్షన్ ఈజ్ ఓవర్, కన్వర్షన్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత అనలాగ్ టు డిజిటల్ కన్వర్టర్లో ద మైక్రో కంప్యూటర్ రీడ్స్ ఏ కరెంట్ సిగ్నల్. ద మైక్రో కంప్యూటర్ రీడ్స్ ఏ కరెంట్ సిగ్నల్ from that and then it compares with the pickup value. పికప్ వాల్యూ మనం ఎంత ఇచ్చాము ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేసి ఉంటాం కదా, ఆ పికప్ వాల్యూ ఎంత ఇచ్చామో దానికన్నా ఎక్కువ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఖచ్చితంగా ఆ సర్క్యూట్ బ్రేకర్ ఇనిషియేట్ చేస్తుంది బై గివింగ్ ట్రిప్ సిగ్నల్ లైక్ దిస్. ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ఏ డెఫినెట్ టైమ్ ఓవర్ కరెంట్ రిలే, అంటే ఈ రిలే ఒక్కటి తెలిస్తే మనకు, ఇఫ్ యు నో దిస్ రిలే ఎంటైర్ రిలే, then impedance relay will be same interface we are using. In case of definite time over current relay, microcomputer sends a tripping signal to the circuit breaker after time delay. Definite time means 0.1 second, 0.2 second. If you give the time for the microprocessor, it becomes a definite time over current relay. That means if you know this entire circuit, then you can easily understand, you can easily answer any one question. Impedance relay also. In case of instantaneous over current relay in the sense there is no time delay. In case of instantaneous over current relay, there is no intentionally time delay. In order to obtain inverse time current characteristics, what is inverse time current characteristics? You know, inverse time current characteristics, if the fault current is very high, the time of operation t on very less. These values are stored in memory of tabular column in microcomputer. The microcomputer first determines the magnitude of fault current and then select the corresponding time of operation from the lookup table that we feed in programming. A delay subroutine is started and trip the signal is sent after the desired delay. మైక్రోకంప్యూటర్ మనం ఇచ్చిన టేబుల్ ప్రకారం సమ్ డిలే తీసుకుంటుంది. ఇఫ్ ద ఫాల్ట్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ వెరీ లో, ఇట్ టేక్స్ వెరీ లార్జ్ టైమ్. ఇన్వర్స్ టైమ్ కరెంట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్. సిమిలర్లీ ఐడిఎంటీ, ఇన్వర్స్ డెఫినెట్ మినిమం టైమ్ కరెంట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఆల్సో obtained. The inverse extremely inverse can be realized by simply changing the data of the lookup table, the table which we prepared that is given in programming. The microcomputer continuously measures the current and moves in a loop if the measurement current exceeds the pickup value. The microcomputer continuously measuring the loops, different circuits continuously. It will check the pickup value it reached or not. Pickup value reach ayinda leda, current pickup value main kada, current over current relay. It compares the measured value of current with the digital values what we given. It compares the measured value of current and digital values what we given. It look up the table in order to select corresponding count for time delay. Then it goes a delay subroutine and sends a trip signal to the circuit breaker by the use of PB output port B. The flowchart regarding overcurrent relay and what is flowchart, you know, the program on how the microcomputer, how it works, that is flowchart explains. First, the microcomputer will start. After that, initializing the input-output ports. The ports which we have microprocessor initializing. After that, first it will check whether the circuit breaker is closed or not. The circuit breaker which we connected for SSCT, For every CT, one circuit breaker that is initialized. CT circuit breaker is closed or not. If the circuit breaker already closed, there is no current flows through the relay. If there is no close, no means again it will initialize is circuit breaker is closed or not. After closing, what will happen? Send a signal to multiplexer to switch on S1. S1 will check first, switch on S1 to get IDC. After the rectifier, we are getting IDC. After that, start of conversion ADC. ADC will start. ADC 800 will start the conversion of unknown signal, unknown voltage, unknown current which is obtained from the rectifier. After completion of this ADC, it will go, it is the conversion is over or not. That will checked by one rambus. Conversion is over or not. If conversion is not completed, again conversion will concluded. After conclusion of conversion, end of conversion, it reads IDC. It reads IDC. After that is current, pickup current కదా, ఓవర్ కరెంట్ రిలేస్ అంటే పికప్ కరెంట్ కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉంటే సర్క్యూట్ బ్రేకర్ ట్రిప్ చేయాలి. Is current is more than pickup current. If greater than pickup current, if it has, then it will select a delay time. It will select a delay time. After a time delay, from the lookup table, it sends the trip signal to the circuit breaker. After opening the circuit breaker, again it will go, is circuit breaker is closed or not. If the circuit breaker is open, then fault is isolated, then it won't work. Again it will go to another S2, select line 2, select line 3. Number of circuits similar to that, we can go for that. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ లైన్స్ అన్నీ ఒకేసారి కంటిన్యూగా మానిటర్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటుంది మైక్రో ప్రాసెసర్. కంటిన్యూస్లీ ఇట్ విల్ మానిటర్ ద మైక్రో ప్రాసెసర్.